in previous seasons, but we didn't really expect it after map one. We're like, no worries.
Well, one of the things that happens as well with Counter-Strike is even though it is just another Pro League season, right, where the same situation is going on down, we don't take too much stock in that normally. Go, oh, you know, but they play this event, that event, they met each other this many times. But if they lose again for the third time in a similar point of the tournament, then we have to start asking some questions. Maybe there is something to do with Pro League, Mousesports, and Astralis.
We'll see. For now, though, they turn attention to this round in front of them. 5 players pour through Secret. It's going to be Glaive, and then it's going to be Device. And in combination, they do take down Carrigan. The pressure doesn't really stop, though. Robs and Frozen get a little bit distracted by one, but Estak's made his position pretty subtly, if I'm honest. He's leaving all to Glaive to get all that attention, and actually, the T's aren't finding much, as they now have to hit the brakes for a second.
Oh. Very brave from Glaive to open the door straight into the T's, just see if anybody else is still home. And as it gets slammed back in his face, that will confirm that Mousesports are on the other side. They're waiting right now. There's a minute left on the clock and there's no rush. P250s for both Rops and Frozen can be deadly. Smoke and a flash as well. They could even work their way back up Secret. But waiting to be presented with some jewels. Now Rops is tickling away. Esatag goes down.
Glaive.
Necessarily done with this round yet. He is now. Bemis finds his first and recovers the bomb for the second time. Frozen previously with a similar maneuver. He's making a lot of noise towards those vents, and dupreeh giving him just enough room to get a little comfortable. The jump. He gets the info. dupreeh, though.
Certainly not your crazy skins that we see with some of these guys. Like, I'm sure those bad boys sent him back a fair, pretty penny.
I don't know what it's gone up to now. I got it in day number 1 of that case coming out, so I was trying to get ahead of the curve. It may have gone down since I purchased.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, Chad, but that is typically the lay of the land.
Yeah, you drive the car out of the dealership and it immediately depreciates in cost. So I'll have to take a little bit of a look.
But the more we see use of it in pro leagues, people believe it's the Deagle. It's like the Blaze, right?
I keep
it's like
talking it up, so the stock's going up. So maybe...
Wait, is he manipulating the marketplace?
No.
Valve, Gaben.
Oh my goodness.
Call him now.
Insider trading from Chad Birchall here.
Unbelievable scenes.
I would never do anything so egregious.
Well, we're spending a lot of time on these Deagles. I feel as though Rush might be in cahoots.
Rush is invested in agent skins. Rush.
I did miss all of that.
Yeah, agent skins,
Hold on. Let's see if dupreeh gets overwhelmed, because there's a bit of a pinch, and he does. So this could open up a chance for a bomb plant, but I'm seeing Esatag.
Oh!
I'm seeing him die in the vents. Suddenly, a 3v3. The nade brought it back through. Nice work from Device, but a better shot from Rops. This is game on.
This is quite the second round. Mousesports making a statement. The fact that Rops has gone down the
Flanky boy.
Yeah, a full flanky boy. He'll go Secret and be able to stop the defuse because it is planted on mini side. It's currently where Glaive resides, so it's a flank as well. Chris J working his way up heaven. This could get sketchy. Really, really sketchy. Rops should have at least one here. Magic confirmed. Glaive on the site with no chances. He can't even save. Mousesports pulling this one out, courtesy of Rops, who finds his third, but Carrigan with the Deagle frag onto Esatag.
He got away.
And he does slip.
Great for Astralis. They were 5-0 at one point within the Pro League on this map. I think they're currently now sitting at 7-1.
This is something actually I really want to see, is Rops' pressure towards ramp on his T side normally works out really quite well. And I want to see how Esatag approaches this, because Rops was creating so much space for Mousesports when he's having a good game. Now, we have seen that, both sides of this. He wasn't, having the hottest of games before, but Frozen and Rops, if they both come alive on this map in the specific ways they play, you're going to have a very good T and CT side. Good spray, but not good enough. Does damage, but no kills. And now Magisk, dupreeh, and Device. Deagles, 5-7s. Armor, but you might want to save that.
Yeah, and the reason they want to hold on to this is this round is done. The best thing they can do is try and scavenge some weapons from Mousesports as they exit the radius of that lower bomb site. Holding on to these upgraded pistols with armor and a little bit of utility there for Magisk. What it means is Mousesports is the RMR for the road to Rio.
Yep, Alex gave me a little bit of background, so I'm sure if that happens, we could crack out the props, we can have a great time.
I love some prop comedy.
I love some prop hunt. That's a game mode we got to bring back.
So just waiting out for any early aggression here at Mousesports. They're still up with a bit of a lobby defense. 4 players locked and loaded as Magisk splatters Chris J's head all over that back wall, and after he finds that kill, he now goes searching for even more, constricting the yard play by pushing up towards the silo here. He has all the sound cues necessary and will be able to call for his teammates if they have to worry about yard whatsoever. As we can see, Carrigan towards Squeaky, corralling back over now will be frozen towards lobby as well. And they need to find a little bit of room to move here because still 3 deadly pistols with Kevlar behind it. 3 were over towards ramp. They're rotating now, 45 seconds.
Nothing up. They're coming from Squeaky's side. Carrigan does find the first, and there's the second. The York starts to frag, and Frozen's got the flank. Or does he?
Whoa.
Device takes the head off. They react quickly, but Tag dipping away. He wants a weapon so badly. It's only the Scout takes
Bomb's down.
a brunt of damage for it. They do have the bomb in their grasp. A
25.
Scout shot hit. And 25 seconds, Carrigan, who else but Carrigan, to charge in and take command of the lobby area. He grabs the bomb. And Tag hitting the flick of a lifetime. Not bad into Rops, but it's Device with only 1 point of health. A flash to try and bait them. Desperately giving some space, and he spots Carrigan. Bemis and Carrigan, this is sketchy. Good shots, and did a damage. He's got 10 HP. Sunloads the mag, and Tag gets the frag. Here comes the push. 1 bullet kills me, and stress.
All right.
Chris tagged down the vents.
Yeah, he's off and about. Took a bit of damage on the way. Doesn't have the bomb, so do bear that in mind. This isn't just a vent dive to get a quick plant. They're simply letting Chris do what he wants. I wonder if it's noted. I don't know how much they saw of whether he went down or not. Clearly took a fair whack of damage.
Something that's always been interesting to me in my Nuke lessons with Chad Burchill is that getting a player down the vents is one thing, but there's always a sound cue required for Chris to get any sort of flank. Now, at the moment, Device has found Frozen just over the top of that smoke, and so first blood drawn. They look to descend secret. Chris has made sound cues in the meantime. He's broken the glass. I wonder if Tag heard it.
Not sure. It looks like he's quite unaware of this, so this should be free. He's going to let him live for now just to get the extra information if required and
Really,
potentially
Chris?
a knife. No, just going to keep going.
Rops knows where he is now, right? So if Rops can pivot and go for that kill. Oh, he might have the play towards ladder base as well.
Oh, he's heard that for sure.
Nice play, catches Device. Magis does trade, and that's a shot from Bemis, beaming across the outside yard. Dupree tucked in. 2-on-2, Glaive low sight, Dupree upper. And Dupree does catch him. That's the bomb as well. Things get really awkward for Rops now. I don't know what he can do with the limited time he's been given. He's still walking. He wants Dupree. Element of surprise is integral. That's the dual sketchy spray. Costs him. And Astralis, fun stat for us to consider during Nuke here is that Astralis are first in the ESL Pro League for converting 4 versus 5 disadvantages. They convert them 36% of the time. And there's one right now, dealt by Carrigan. Can Astralis overcome it? 36% of the time they do, historically.
That
Just
kill,
gives it a good go.
that could have helped out so much if he got it. And then the power just comes out. This is very, very clear intentions from the T side. There's no messing around. There's no falling around. Hard to follow. Tag already posturing like he wants to slip away quietly and just not be noted. Device might be able to try and find a place of safety. Maybe cost someone their gun, potentially, if he has to.
Yeah, it's very quick stuff there from Mouse off of the opening kill from Carrigan. They capitalized, put pressure on that top site, have all 5 alive right now. Will do their very best to keep all 5 alive going forward. Money hasn't had an opportunity to build right now for Astralis, so these saved rifles are important going into round number 7. Bomb now with roughly 10 seconds to go before we see detonation. Shouldn't be too many worries for Device. Actually has an opportunity to catch out Bemis. Frozen is low. There could be a second kill coming on through here. Smoke gets dropped. Bemis trying to nutmeg through this one right now. Chris J baiting with that AWP, and Frozen's going to allow right here for Astralis. We can continue this back and forth nature here on Nuke. Something we didn't have on the maps Dust 2 and Inferno, the openers of this series, of the lower bracket semi-final. Loser of this is out. Winner goes forward to play Heroic later this evening. There will be a 3-hour break between the end of this one and the start of the next, as per CSPPA regulations, I do believe.
How do you spell that? Chris J's throwing out the lock of smoke, flying through the sky, and we're ready to get this take underway. 7th round of play Third map, first of the day. Device just tucked in on the aggressive secret line, catching Karrigan on a very dry swing, so now they have the advantage. It does certainly not in weapons, but a resmoke on secret, not giving Bemis any moment to establish info and to deploy his utility. Gathering.
Very, very frugal with that smoke as well. Keep in mind we're down to now 40 seconds. You now got a little bit more time on it too. And be incredibly reserved on how they're utilizing this.
Chris has been dinked. They're running out of time and running out of options here. I'm not quite sure where they can finish. Back towards top they go.
Wave's not maybe a bad target in all of this, but it is going to be the player in the vents. That's going to be Device! What is this? Finally put down by Robs, but his damage was done.
And Tech9s alongside with the AKs for the ride can do anything. It looks like Chris J's got intentions. Very fast. The spray is good. And it looks like this round's over already. A blink and you miss it round. Robs wants us to remember it, though. It seems he could get caught by the push of Device. And seems equipped to deal with it. He's only got 8 HP, but he's already found 3 using the smoke now and evades the nade.
This is huge.
This is my minute details, but he snuck through the smoke, unchecked now. Closing in on Glaive's location. He knows Esatag was heaven side. Robs, even just a small chance to do the impossible. It's likely Esatag will check this, but Robs isn't checking it and can't adjust in time.
Walked on in, but they cleared their corners. They made sure he didn't get away. And an important round for Astralis to convert as they're still yet to build that much of a CT-sided bank here. Taking a look on the other side of things, Mousesports will be taking the save, and Karrigan, that grenade, 10 HP.
Yeah, I don't know if Esatag is going to be able to get much more. He has dropped his molly, and they choose to jump into it. But there's Chris J's Deagle, filling the feed. Device catching a glimpse of one. He's going to land a nade onto Robs on the retreat, but with his Kevlar vest, he lives to tell the tale.
Doesn't want that Glock. Robs doesn't need it going into round number 9. Lower they go. Crossfire set up.
Tag. Gets a bit of contact. There's Dupree coming in. The crossfire holds very nicely held.
Or slower paced rounds. This time we might get that change up I was asking for. As here you can see the secret smokes coming on through. 4 on the other side as Glaive tags up. Karrigan in-game leader on in-game leader action.
Beamus got dunked on as well. So they do descend.
They don't have any nades, so they just need to work with the frags here, and the rotation has come on down. Esatag is on the scene, not opting to go into the window side, and that might be the right call as Mouse already have the lower side in their remit. Now Device is here as well, locking out towards
they just
window.
know.
Good rotations from Astralis and good kill from Majesty.
Chris actually hit that tag, and he's going to convert it onto Device. That's keeping the man advantage in favor of Mouse, but do not forget that the rifles favor them. Karrigan has found Glaive on ramp. Now things starting to get sketchy. Missing his spray. Esatag adjusting nicely. He gets 3 of them in quick succession. Very nice work from the new Astralis gamer. And Magis to finish. He only needs the 1 and collects it. 8, but very close to Mousesports starting to turn this.
Catch him out for 6.
How's that?
Guns are back out. Mousesports with that plant. They're flush this time round. Smoke to allow progression towards the red box. Smoke's also over for secret. So back to the more standard approach of Mouse. 12 rounds into the game, and they need to start getting a few more on the board here. Down towards secret will be Frozen and Beamus. In the meantime, Robs has been tagged on up to 10 HP. Getting out of Squeaky, getting out of dodge. Up the ladder, he'll fly. And that's just going to leave 1 man passive in lobby. That's Chris J. Karrigan overseeing the action of Yard, making sure no flanks can come on down behind that of Beamus and Frozen, and it appears that now that Mousesports have this early space, they're just going to put the brakes on, they're going to stand still, and so are Astralis. Nobody's rotated towards lower just yet. None of these sound cues to force the rotation. They haven't been pushed around. They're just standing tall. That Molotov might incite Esatag to have to start trickling down from ramp, and that would also have Device rotating from ladder to mop up his position. But as we can see on the radar, nobody's moving.
Nothing is drawing these rotations, and the bomb's still towards Chris J. So for now, they have nothing to work with at 45 seconds. They have their mollies, the smokes to still fashion something with, but as to the CT side,
this won't be easy. Astralis have really come to play today. And their CT reads, their understanding of how Mousesports plan to manufacture this victory. It is top side, but they are ready. Up the vents though, and that's a good flash. Dupree returns his aim, returns his gaze, and does find the one. And from behind, Tag strikes, bomb found. One up the vents was Bemis. He's still faffing around there. Robs could find Glaive here, or not. And that's the end of that. 9-3. What's this buy?
Look, it's another Mousesports special here.
Bemis had 3K for a weird amount of time.
Yeah, they have that max loss bonus.
And that was the best weapon of the game, of the round, lost.
Well, Astralis are really rolling it back to dust too, it seems. They forgot about Inferno. So did Mousesports, apparently.
Spiddy, respecting his elders, respecting his old teammate. Spiddy sticker. And Dupree's going to catch a Deagle bullet in the face if he's not careful. They're there. Tried to change his name once. Denied by our Lord and Savior, Volvo.
I have faith Gabe will come to one of our majors eventually.
One of these days, he's going to walk on with his Crocs, walk onto the center of the stage in his polo shirt.
And he'll wave.
And he'll say, Counter-Strike, Source 2, Half-Life 3, and we're giving Machine a pay raise. That's what he's going to say.
And then he's going to also say, but Dota's still my favorite.
But obviously, he's got a soft spot for Dota, but he's been recently besotted by Counter-Strike and its incredible persistence in the scene, regardless of support.
Of making money through the skin system.
Is the sound a gun makes, and Device has done exactly what he needed to. Bemis on the cross. From his shoulders. Glaive looking very, very nice today. I think he's got a bit of a ruler on his mouse mat, so has Rops as he reminds us what he can do. SJ's hitting headshots as well, and this is how Mousesports manifest. It's all star-studded, or 1v1 to determine the fate of this round. It's Chris J's already hit one spectacular on the scout, signature weapon, looking to strike, and he does quickly pull the trigger into Magisk. So mobile, so dynamic. He needs another, and Magisk denies it. My God, this is...
Round of play here for the first half. AK's back out. It's not the outside play, not too many smokes being used. Tag has actually picked up a secondary AWP. There's no way Mousesports are ready for this look.
Forget that Tag can AWP as well.
Yup.
Okay, yeah.
They're literal jack of all trades.
Yeah, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. They have 3 really viable AWPers, and they could play such sport.
I mean, he's the ramp player, so he can take it when he wants it. When he wants it, he can have it. I've just got a lot to do here, and actually, in a very early smoke pulled out of him, he suspects right. That is not a wasted smoke, and that's not a wasted spray. Oh, 2 of them. 2 members of Mouse collapsing. Device has caught another frozen, wondering where it all went wrong. He could find Glaive here, but he's had his cornflakes today. Bang. That's the end of that. A fun cornflake fact for you. You know they were originally designed to stop people from self-pleasure.
Cornflakes?
Yeah. It was like
let him to research. That's right now.
Yes, I was right. Goodness
nice,
me.
goodness.
19th century.
Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Praise be. Just now down. Carrigan on the way. Dupree. Good for 2 then.
Yeah, nearly a third as well. Device has finished off where he started, and now the flank comes in. Tag is a nuisance. Just as you look to leave lobby, just as your attention is drawn elsewhere, Tag is there to ruin your hair. Rops, only 37 points of health, and it should just be Glaive. Neat and tidy. Astralis impressing.
Well, the 30 I was
Here it comes.
Here we go.
This is the 3rd, and then the 4th, and then he dies. Not quite. Not quite at all. 2 have crossed. There's Magisk plucked quickly into the kill feed. Dupree waiting for the investigation. Device is the one to draw his attention so that Dupree can swing, and that's exactly what he does. Finds it. And we're into a 4-on-4 loss.
Dupree's just powering forward. He's taken a lot of territory. No information can be garnered now comfortably from locker room, but Tag and the boys turning their attention towards the upper side regardless. BMAS, quite tricky to clear from here. No one coming from lobby could mean it's a little bit of a problem, but Chris J shows enough presence they'll be curious about this now, worried about it potentially as Dupree spots them out. A little bit of a turn. Dupree doing it all in the pistol.
He's confirmed Rops is there as well, and he's still alive. That's a huge amount of info for this round. Mousesports, their chances are dwindling here. Dupree hits up there.
Yeah.
Dupree staying alive after that fight from Rops has changed everything. Now Chris and Bemis are just sitting on their hands. What are you supposed to do? Twiddling their thumbs. Bemis, there we go. Makes the index finger work, clicks onto the head of device, and now Tag looking for a 17. Chris J says no.
Well, they've got it.
And they have got enough time to defuse, I assume. Yeah,
There's
get
a
picked
bit.
up. And it'll be Rops to grab that. So, Mousesports forging the retake. It looked really problematic, but Chris J...
Buy right here. On the CT side, we've got an AUG, 2 M4s, a FAMAS, and an MP9 for Carrigan, and tucking on into one of his signature positions will be Frozen. Now, they have flashes to deal with this, and they have smokes to isolate if they want to smoke towards the windows and main. Glaive will be lining up that main smoke now. And this is a kill that they could almost go for off the bat here. Drops is trying to help on out. Denied. So that molly's fantastic timing. They need to press forward now, Astralis, if they want to use this to their advantage. Drops will be able to repeat in a moment.
We have seen Frozen's position paying off a lot as of late. This is something that's become very common for it. Let's see if they're ready to clear it. There's the flash. It looks so well orchestrated on this T side. Rops, here we go. Timing's everything. He gets it right. He's taken a lot of damage, but he's hindered that pressure.
Hit the no-scope with that scout. Really effective damage inflicted. And oh, he's revealed at the sound cue. Firing off the shot. Chris J is going to be unhappy with that one. Carrigan as well towards Mini. 3 remain, only with the 1 AK as Rops rotates back in all the way from Secret now to the top site, tucked in on the squeak side vent. Looking good for Mousesports. I want to get too pushy in ramp. And they have, but nets them the kill. Oh, Glaive made a sound cue, making it very clear he's hunting Chris J, and Chris, with that information and with that AUG, has found the first. Yes, the tag response. So, a 1 versus 3 with only 20 seconds. There's no one to stop the plant if he was to go now. Oh, sketchy.
It's not nice doing this. There's so many.
Fake. Yikes. Yeah, gets the first. There's another to come. Carrigan to peek on this one. He hits the shot. He's got no time.
Any chase?
No time.
No.
He's given it a good shot and does hold on to the Molotov towards main. Smokes, squeaky naded open. Very standard exchange of utility within the first 15 seconds of the round. Frozen this time tucking into a safer position, playing from main with Overseer of Chris J on the scout up towards the heaven position.
4, make it 5 of them. All heading in this direction. They seem to have a good idea of what they want to be doing. It's very similar to what we saw in the round prior. Frozen in Mini this time, smoke deployed. No one to be concerned about in warehouse. Let's tag the hero AK. Chris J. Slouch on the scout. Oh, the flashes are just good enough, but that's Attack, the primary target. Found and tagged down to 12.
Now the other part of that would be device as well. I'm trying to keep my eye on what he'd be doing with this. Another tag for Chris J. Glaive gets one back. Oh my, I thought it could have happened.
I would have
had to get some
stuff.
cornflakes.
Things and stuff, yes. Cornflakes would have been required. Frozen's got himself all of the necessary frags to win this round. Glaive, however, wants to change my mind. Device 2 walking on the upper side. If he catches a headshot onto Bemis, could give Glaive's Glock a chance. And it has!
Sorry,
I can't quite believe it. I didn't believe the words that were coming out of my mouth. Now, unfortunately, though, Carrigan he's caught the bomb, and he even knows where Device is coming from. So this ends with a leader's double.
But 1 around right now within this second half. Just the Deagles, Smokes. They won a round with a similar buy. Actually, their only round on the T half of Inferno was with a similar buy to this. L-block Smokes being lined on up.
Here comes Rops' first challenge. 2 to be specific, and he's handled both with ease. The first down to 50, and Device takes the brunt of that M4 damage. Frozen in the credit card could have some contact, and he does. Get Magis down. Glaive trying to trade, can't do anything. Good to see Frozen waking up, a necessary component of this Mousesports defense. 1 for 1. Rops will finish us off with a triple. Taking there.
Rops only has a Deagle.
Rops only has a Deagle. Doesn't seem to stop him. He's actually decided to get himself an AK-47.
Is this the new theory?
It's the Mousesports. It's the Chris J special.
Yeah, Mouse were already running this last season of Pro League, but it was Chris J every single time. It's
obviously spread. It's contagious.
So it's just wild to see going into it, considering the scoreline of the game. And the first
Ran
half.
into the bloody room. Radio batters one. Sweet. Rops is still going. Couldn't get a third, but 2 was good. Did the damage, but now the lower site, the lower level, should be able to facilitate a plant pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, they've knocked down the King Kong.
So no crowd control utility left for Astralis, just flashes to work with here. On the other side, Chris J has a smoke, but patrolling the vents will be Device, and he might be able to find Carrigan dropping on down if the timing is right. Waiting for any stragglers of Mouse is now Frozen clearing out towards Secret. Bomb, quarter way ticked.
Uh-oh, this gets awkward for Device now. He's missed his nose scope as well, missed 2 of them. A wiggle of frustration puts it all onto Magisk. Time's well ticked. If he could just knock him off the bomb, but he gets hunted down. Chris J had his Deer Stalker on, and he solves the mystery. It will...
Quite decent.
Yeah.
Mousesports.
Well, that plant was important for Astralis, means they can get the guns back out. No ult for Device this time round, but the rifles are plenty. And same situation. We're not seeing too much of a pace come out from Astralis here within the early stages. That last round, they went a little bit quicker because of Rops' push. They thought, ramp's open, we'll get down there as quick as we can. Well, Rops had rotated before they could make their way into that window side. L-block smokes being lined up yet again. And some of these mid-round approaches from Astralis tend to be a little bit slower when they saunter on back in towards lobby. Just limp their way out to top side and hope they can find some picks. But let's see if there's any intention behind this L frame. Over towards Secret, they crossed 4 of them. As they jiggle towards Heaven, they just tucking under.
Yeah, Chris can see that very clearly.
Okay, well, that is an opening kill, and that's a positive step for Mousesports in round 21. Frozen this time on the lower side of things.
Molly Dow, he's normally good under this pressure, keep in mind. This is where we'd been singing Frozen's praises, seeing him clutch from here, seeing him do all of what was required. Now he's got a lot of players showing potential presence.
Rops is here too. Oh, he flubbed that smoke. That actually works in Astralis' favor.
Yeah, they could plan on it. And that's the tag has caught Carrigan's lurk, so now they could pivot upper. Oh, okay, Rops has found a crucial frag. Now Glaive really is going to try the upper site. Bemis, a lot to do. 3 players hunting him down. Catches Magisk. Perfect timing on the peak. He hears the steps and takes the head off Glaive. Mousesports are here to play, folks. Chris J confirms it.
How ancient is
it? Is it an audio book or?
It is available on all platforms.
All platforms.
Yeah,
all platforms. Okay.
All platforms. Someone tweeted me the other day, Chad, saying, "Are we bringing globally offensive podcasts back?"
What
we
happened
should.
to this?
Why don't we grab Rush and do an episode at some point?
Cool, I'll go.
No, obviously.
Guy.
I mean, he's been trying to get his boyfriend on, and then we can get what? Sorry, I don't know what I just said.
I didn't bring all my mics, but we can make it work.
How many have you got?
Some more. I just brought one, but
I
I'll
have
buy more.
3 spare
proper ones.
Big, good enough audio
okay.
I can bring over.
Well, that's something we could do.
I won't do it for Rush's.
Why? Why can't we have a 4-man episode?
Well, because I'm only there for the headphones. It feels.
Ouch! I was just mentioning Rush first. So sensitive.
Just to sit in the front of the car.
3 smokes on the L bend. I'll be taking the back seat.
All right, Chris J's not up Heaven with the AWP this time, so an opening won't come through that avenue, but down towards the lower site is where he resides, and that's exactly where Astralis are going. Carrigan unloading some bullets, seeing if he can hear any tags of damage if Astralis wanted to go close over towards Warehouse, but it would just be straight on down. Note the remaining 2 players, Magisk and Esatag. Smoke lined up, ready to throw, but they have to push Chris J back first to at least put the idea of doubt in the minds of Mouse.
Have we seen Chris J down here as their first port of call yet?
They've been mixing it up. Frozen's been down there, Rops has been down there. And now we've got Chris. So the AWP is very, very good for this kind of an angle.
Excited by this then. I want to see how they approach the screen. As I said, I think last round or maybe the round prior was just that kind of like door jump, you know, just jamming your head against the top bar. But Chris J now set up well for the first, going to fall back.
He wanted to
stay as welcome. I felt like he might have wanted to be around a second longer, but he's actually up on the catwalk that wraps around. 37 seconds now. You're going to see Rops finding Magisk, and this is all looking very problematic. Chris J elevates position, finds Device, and the last 2 have nowhere to go.
It's a great shot from Dupree, but he would have to go for the 1v5. This perhaps was the story you were trying to tell me, Lauren. The 1v4 from Dupree to save Astralis. It was just all about Dupree's first frag onto Bemis. Does find it, but it cost him a great deal of his health. Down to 40 when Frozen found him. The defuse comes in, so we've got ourselves a
I don't know how they're going to break the curse, because it feels like all those effects, all those words that kind of made us go, no, the map pool, it should be 2. Oh, no, it's a new era, new day. And the same old tags towards Magisk. He's feeling worse for wear. The nade didn't quite find its destination, and Magisk just about found his.
So this room taken being so quick on Magisk and that low HP is a positive right now. Frozen, this is what I was talking about. He has a lot of work to do here. The youngster needs to step up. He needs a minimum of 1 kill here. He gets it. He's played the corner, he's played the angle. They look for his old tendency, and Frozen wants more, doing damage to the device. We have Magisk and device now very low. Things are looking good for Mousesports here in round number 24.
Yeah, making it costly. Don't forget, Chris J tagged up Magisk at the start of this round as well. Robs has rotated in from his ramp room. Oh, and that close corner. If Glaive executes everything perfectly, he won't make a peep.
No one's heaven, so there is a gap right now.
Who's top side? Is anyone back's turn?
Be BMAS, he always plays the bomb boxes.
Karrigan catching device, and now S-Attack and Lobby is under threat as well. That's going to incite Glaive to have a look, and he does get them both. Huge work. 2v4 made 2v2 in the blink of an eye. Bomb can go down. He's staying up there. Magisk, given the responsibility, Chris needs to find the timing. And that's the perfect timing. Does flank into the Glaive bottom. Rob's coming up from heaven as well. Magisk to clutch. He hasn't got the health for this. He'd need a clean kill right out of the gate onto that heaven player. Rob's just biding his time for Chris J's info. That's the info. That's the push. That's the frag. Mousesports remain undefeated, untoppled, unscathed on this CT, finding their CT sides in the lower bracket final. Heroic waiting in the wings for their opponent. There will be an allocated break between this game and that final, but Heroic will be stepping into the realms of against Astralis or Mouse. A lot of people expecting to see the drama reach its peak. It's Astralis and Heroic rematch, but Mousesports making the strong case to change the flow. Look at this, 12-3 to 12-12. Now it's anybody's game. If anyone, it's Mousesports that hold the cards. That's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successful retakes as well. It's not like Astralis haven't been getting the bomb down.
Oh, and Astralis just invested 3 smokes in their bent elbow wall towards yard and didn't use it whatsoever. They're just hiding in plain sight. They've got behind main control, and they're also waiting over towards CT red. And what this is telling me is that it was to force out the rotation, and the danger man this time round towards the lower side of things is Frozen. He's been taken out of the equation. Looks like we're going in for a top split. So you got to keep your eyes on Karrigan and BMAS.
They're in.
Made it in.
Karrigan holds the mouse one. Glaive so low, but he needs to reload, but held. And Mousesports are doing it again. The top side hit. It just fumbles. It's all onto S-Attack. And he's off to ramp. He might be able to get to the lower side. You know that Frozen was caught. There's a lot of space. There's a lot of time. 20 seconds is more than enough to getting that bomb down.
Okay, Robson's just dipped through secret, so he's going to be there pretty quick. Now, doors shut, but look how fast he's S-Attack stands no chance. It's an execution with the firing squad against you. They've taken the lead now. This is 13 coming in for Mousesports.
Oh my lord, Astralis.
There's a timeout. Where is it? Come on.
This is so peculiar. I mean, this is the carryover from...
Haven't been able to build a rhythm. They haven't built strats that they can work off of. They haven't been able to now force Mousesports around the map with any rotations because Mousesports have been playing everything perfectly. So it's a gear change. It's quick. Down secret, they trundle. 2, very, very fast. The timing almost perfect. And 2 more will follow. So 4 players already towards the lower side of things with 1:30.
Okay, Frozen's got to know this, though. He's got to be so aware of what's going on. Karrigan's just dealt with a big chunk of damage. Now, Frozen can maintain control. He's got support from Chris J coming in, readjusting well towards ramp. And now the T seem to hit the brakes for just a second. Frozen taking damage, and Chris J misses. Oh, he's been punished for that one. Dupree's going to grab hold of that with both hands. Finally a chance. The gear change might have just landed them an opportunity.
Yeah, they're feeling the rhythm. They're feeling the rhyme. It's Counter-Strike time. Karrigan does spot her another. Magisk should be able to finish that off, and he does. So now really does look like the end of the spree. Beamer's trying to change my mind, only the one.
Robs.
If he finds device, we're cooking. Oh, he caught a glimpse, and he won't get a second look. That is the first T round of Astralis' Nuke here.
Set up, here we go again. It needs to be aggressive from Mouse if they want to stop this. They have to play ahead of it.
Oh, I thought Frozen might have pushed that. He wasn't in the end. I don't know if there's any disruption to this. Lovely nade. Major's going to take I guess, the lion's share of the damage. But looking at Glaive and looking at Dupree, this isn't all the same secret look. They're trying to pressure Chris J, and he is more than capable of handling that.
They didn't get faked out here, Mouse. They stuck to their guns. They didn't rotate lower. They didn't try and go for a fight towards Yard and put their resources elsewhere. They went with their standard hold and they made it work, putting faith in Frozen to deal with the players coming down towards that lower side of things, and he wasn't even tested whatsoever. And now it's a 4-on-5 disadvantage for Astralis here. That percentage, Alex, 36.
36.1.
So if they're able to convert one of these here, it could be very crucial in Astralis winning this map. Running out of chances now.
You're absolutely right. This is the business end. Just 3, make it 4 rounds. You know, this is all to play for. Magisk, you can hear that. He will take down a very loud Chris J. He's got a lineup for us, but he wasn't ready for Karrigan on the hut. Does get traded. And that's a crucial frag again. Bemis has been playing the most boring game of CT side Nuke, having to stare at this silo, but it works. And Robs can finish the job as ESL left. Oh, does well to find him. He dunked onto Bemis, but Frozen saves the day for Mouse, and we find 14. The odds, though, Mousesports have managed to get this more than competitive. If anything, it's Astralis now on the back foot. They're bloody, they're wounded, and they've got round 28 to play.
Smokes, flashes,
Oh, big
and
gap.
a miss. I think there was a molly out there at one point, so this could be...
But surely everyone knows that Frozen's going to be holding the gap. Oh.
Well, now they know.
There's another smoke.
Smoke it, reinvest. Molotov then dissipating as they do work their way, or at least show the intention of working down towards Secret. It looks like Frozen will be the first to respond to this call.
No one else can get there, though. The only smoke left is on ESL, and he's over towards T-Spawn, just dealing with that lobby.
Throne is as well. His lockers. Interesting. Chris J's going to lose his vision here. He wants the info.
Oh, he doesn't want to back from this.
Oh, and the flashes are good too. Chris surviving. He's just going to have to hide in CT spawn. They're throwing util at him, but it's Astralis still with a lot to do. This is a peculiar round here, and they're descending now.
Just down to mollies. It's going to be a ramp crush, and Karrigan's taken a lot of info. Frozen can slow this down, and Rops can deal with ramp.
Do you see him?
Rops is boosted, right?
Frozen seen him. Frozen backs away, trying to remain calm under all the pressure that comes down.
Looking, ESL's past.
Oh my god, it's an opening. Frozen's now on an island. He knows these rotations are cut off. He is the only one who could stop this, and it's too late. ESL delivers a killing blow, and it's going to be ESL again. This ramp presence is monumental for Astralis this round. I think BMAS and Chris J are out of this now.
Yeah, I want to see that one again. I want to see how exactly Robs missed that. Because that was the beginning of the end.
Time. He just was looking towards ladder base, so that one smoke was enough. What an opening right there. ESL, the newest addition to this squad. Pulling off some impact frags right there, and on Rops, second highest rated player in the tournament thus far. The chase is on. Can Chris hold on to this? Their money's not great on Mouse.
3 targets pushing you. Yeah, and he's sent to Squalor. 2.7 for Chris J. And just like that, a quad kill from ESL closing in on his 30 bomb. The Sprite.
Go, AWP for Rops, AWP for Chris J. Double AWPs are out. 2 M4s of FAMAS, light utility. They're not working with a lot to stop the rushes here of Astralis, but back towards Yard they go. Same smoke wall being deployed. Just one man, Magus, towards that Yard position to deal with it. And these lobby approaches from Astralis, they weren't working in the earlier stages, but now they've bought some respect. Chris towards the lower side of things. Frozen tucked in all the way towards CT spawn. Rops AWPing towards ramp. And that just leaves Karrigan and BMAS towards the top site to deal with any of the flooding in T's.
Bemis just for
same position, huh?
Every round. And I understand why. Because everything else is moving around him. You know, you need to have a couple of those pillars. And the fact that every time he's tested, he's at least provided what was required. Crucial round of play here. All of this hard work, 28 of these, but this one holds significantly more. Your decision-making will determine your fate. Frozen. Good dink. Back of the head of Glaive. Dupree, however, does catch Karrigan. It's Bemis, he's always there. A flash for the repeak, he needs one. And he's found it on the flash, fantastic. Even pre-firing, he's held safe by Chris. Device trying to do something, Rops' AWP fills the feed, and it's just ESL found by Frozen. Mousesports have got themselves series point.
Can Astralis take us to OT?
It's the big question on all of our minds here. And Device, we haven't seen much of this T-side AWPing, let alone the T-side scouting. Very passive from Frozen all the way back to spawn just to ensure that no one can cross and pressure towards that upper area. Device clearing as he goes.
Lots of utility left for Astralis here. If they can get across towards...
This is a lot of room.
Yeah, but they don't have the bomb with them right now. That's been left over towards outside lobby. So with a minute left on the clock, they might need to start considering where they want to finish. I think ESL might be tasked with going back to get that. Actually, no, in transition, Magus heading back on over. Has that Tech9 and Scout, a weird combo to be rocking in this final round.
Would you dare go to BMS after he has been the most solid of players?
If Astralis just do one of their top walkouts, it hasn't worked for them in a lot of their games. It's looked very, very flat.
And now keep in mind, Frozen has been waiting to see if anyone would go past. Obviously, Glaive, well aware, keeps his head tucked down.
Oh, what on earth is that?
Glaive!
30 seconds.
They got to push. Carrigan tucked in on the vent. Bemis gonna have to do a lot here. He's only got a single flashbang. Heaven, a threat. Molly comes in. Dispatching of one. It's got overtime written all over it. 15 seconds, not a single frag, not a single peep out of Mousesports. Astralis will not let this one wrap on up neat and tidy. Regulation is not enough to split these two teams. Just Rops. An AWP and a dream, 5 to find. It really is redundant at this point. He knows it, he feels it. Doesn't want to get shot in the back of the head. Hasn't even got his protective gloves or his safety goggles on. So he's breaking all of the legislation. Ball bang, not quite. And Dupree confirms it. Ladies and gentlemen.
Device. Let's see
Maybe.
how cognizant
He is
of this. Yeah.
Below it.
Oh, Device. This
Oh my
could
God,
be
he could
smart.
nutmeg with an AWP here.
If he, how are you going to do two of them though? One, yeah, but traded. Quickly back into it. Frozen is removed. Chris J remains, but now BMAS an adjustment back into the same old, but it worked so well. And now the timing can be just right for Magus. He does make it up, but they seem unaware. The call somehow gets lost in translation, but Dupree on the trade. This is brutal and bloodied, but finally taken ahead by Astralis.
He missed it so well to find one there. And that's a very nice tag. He wants the second, he can't seem to find it. Dupree's filled that gap, and looks like Rops has actually hit the shot as well. He suspects Glaive's holding that vent push, and so Carrigan backs away. They still need to plant here. Magis, with Rops' presence on the Heaven, is going to have to plant Carrigan's side. And that gives Carrigan a little bit of a chance. Oh, the flash was so good, but Glaive still pulls the button. Closing the gap, finds it. Can't even get his feet on the floor. Glaive confirms the strong.
Of Heaven hasn't been there in a few of the previous. It's double ops again. Yeah, so Rops is searching for information this time round. Mousesports fed up of operating in the dark.
Big heals in Rops. You got a lot coming your way. Sees the bomb, gonna expect another for sure. Here's the shot, plays it smart. Falls slightly deeper, but the molly buys so much time. This is great work from him, just hindering and hampering any of the pace that they would have wanted here. Now, where are the others for Astralis?
Oh, Carrigan, no. It's exactly what ESL wanted, but he still goes down. That's huge. And actually a second smoke from the rotate of Frozen. They're playing this very well. Talking of Nuke being determined by the rotates. CT's clearing lobby. Look at the information. That means that they now know Yard is a potential threat.
What? Sorry, so we've got Astralis on the CT side, right? Yeah. And Mousesports on the T side?
Basically.
No, this is going to be a fun little switcheroo. I think Rops, how much vision does he have? Okay, a lot. So very aware of where the gap may reside. They've surely got to be concentrating on the top end of that ladder too. Spotted. Oh, big shot from Glaive though. Suddenly there's an opening. Chris J quickly tries to get to it. Gets a tag, but they still live.
Frozen.
Surely he is sorted on these two. Surely he doesn't die to Magus gone 15 HP. But he does. And now Carrigan.
No,
he's going to make a
hey, oh, that's lovely from Carrigan. Denies the plant as well. No longer a playable 1v3. He's just going to have to look for frags. Device has accepted that this one is not his. He could die after time here.
Yeah, overtime not the end of the world here, as we will go into the third round. Double AWP not in play for Mouse this time round. Rops is down towards the rifle. Chris J rocking the primary. Device with one yet again. Smokes toward yard, same situation.
Oh, Rops, you are bold, brave,
See ya,
and
attack.
might just have tipped the scales this round again. Information now floods through, and the map just becomes painted even bluer as Mousesports at CT side control so much territory. Karrigan's getting curious, sees a little, but loses life for it.
Yeah, now they've got a lot of control, Chris. So good, but Glaive surely catches him. No, he strafes away from the spray and stands his ground to devise his aim. 3-on-3. Caught by the red container on that Danish AWP. Rops and Beamers on the top side of the map. Frozen holding, as always, the inner. They're going to boost Rafters here. Yeah, I like that.
It's smart. They can take back some territory here that Astralis might think they have for free. But they're ducking down secret.
Frozen's been very consistently holding this. He likes to jump peak, and he's opted for the alternative angle from Decon this time. He can do it in both sides. Don't see it all too often, but it's definitely his defense of choice. He's got a nade, I believe. Yeah, an incendiary he'll be looking to deploy once he catches a glimpse. So that was it. Bye-bye. And hello. Oh, okay, just in time. Nice work.
30
He's very
seconds.
actively holding this. He's going to catch dupreeh, pulling
That's
out
the bomb.
nades, and that is the bomb. You're right, he catches Glaive as well. Only device, a very familiar tale. He's missed his shot, jumps over it. Not going to miss the Deagle shot, though. Perhaps a 1v3 in order, as he grabs himself an AK, the bomb, and a potential plant. Bemis and Rops were the top side players, and they've already rotated in a 17-6.
Started for Mouse, and away we go. Karrigan leading the charge. Quick smokes. Bemas is fast as well.
He's on it. He's going quick as well. Full send. Now Karrigan was going quick as well, but he's been found. So far, it looks like Astralis have got the grip on this one, but there's still Rops and there's still Chris J. You saw Device just find BMAS, so you understand how that scenario eventually unfolded. They will get a plant from this, and it will be a 2v3 with Molotovs and a little bit of this and that to play with. Now on the other side, they need to find their way to come back into this perfectly. Get back into the most perfect angles. But Rops surely has a kill here. That's on a platter. And now a 2v2. This becomes so feasible.
Oh, he hears him.
Audio cue made. Rops, he knows the timing so well. Dips back. And now Chris J losing on ramp. All on Rops now.
Yeah, and that bomb's ticking away in favor of him. This frag onto S attack is everything. Smokes gap. Oh no, the jump could cost him the round, and it does. dupreeh was on the flank. Just caught.
All again. All put themselves one round closer to locking in a match against Heroic later this evening.
How much pressure? Oh, Glaive, aggression. We hadn't seen that, but a 1-for-1 trade out. Somehow BMAS still pretty blind. That nade's good, yeah. Good spot on that. BMAS is down to 8. Rops just took a fair bit of flack, but they still stand. They have 4 players alive. Yeah. And the 3 up against them, dupreeh wants to try and tip those scales.
Rops likes to hold this push from the top of the ladder. And dupreeh's going up there with him. Rops is not ready for this.
Oh no, the timing on Rops again.
And that is enough. Karrigan has to concern himself with dupreeh's location now, and Beam is so low. Maybe he just has to ignore him.
The bomb's in no man's land, and they've lost all this territory. Even with BMAS over towards Secret, being on low HP means he can't initiate any fights. Utility aplenty, but that means nothing.
He's kind of just got to stay alive.
He's going to double swing, yeah.
Can double swing with him.
Or single away.
Oh, God.
Okay, that works too. Karrigan has found the AWPer. He knows dupreeh was behind him. Tag tucking in to confirm that there's no one outside, but look at that. Just as he leaves, Bemis has some freedom. They still need to pick up that bomb. They know there's potential for dupreeh to be holding it. That's why the flashes are being used. dupreeh still passively holding lobby. They're going down Secret, which is going to be completely undefended. They're playing this well. There's a chance Mousesports can turn this one back around on its head, despite having a 4 versus 3 advantage initially. Got a plant now, going for the safest of all. Guarded by Karrigan, who's actively opted to tuck in here. Whoa.
We need some of that Inferno Karrigan to come out here. BMAS holding the cross, going to be the first port of call. Utility being used because they have some for once. dupreeh cleanly removes BMAS, and its tag is there. It's going to be 18 for Astralis. Mousesports just couldn't weather the storm.
Yeah, they had tucked into very...
Certainly a reality he could be living in. Flashing high. Glaive can't do much with that. He tries to, though. Jumps through. Converts it. Chris J, his flash catching Karrigan. Rops could catch Glaive flank, and he does. dupreeh. Oh my lord, he's got 2. Not 3. Chris J keeping the round alive, keeping all of the chances for Mousesports alive, but this looks
is everything.
sketchy. Yeah, Rops has got 2 targets honing in on lobby clear. Doesn't want to show his barrel. Oh, Magis could get the timing on his jiggles here. He's doing intermittent checks. Close corners his device. The Deagle takes him out of the running, and now 1 frag separates Astralis from the heroic Astralis rematch. Took us a great deal of regulation and then some. This Jay could change our minds. 40 seconds. He's heading right back where Rops lost his life. And Device isn't expecting it. Neither of them are looking his direction.
You could spot the barrel pretty quickly.
Oh, if he goes...
Okay. A knife.
Down the vent.
A knife, 25 seconds. It wasn't just one. Magisk is still here. Christian has no idea what's going on, and there it is. Signed, sealed, delivered. Magisk drags Astralis, kicking and screaming across the finish.